There's something freeing about a character who knows who they are and what they're about. Rather than basing their actions on a moral compass, they instead do it based on what they believe is true. Time and time again, we have seen audiences connecting with characters who, when looked at through the lens of morality, are deemed as evil. So, if morality says they're wrong for their actions, and most of us judge the world through the lens of morality, why do I and many others feel so connected to Eren Yeager? Friends, today I want to have a small discussion on shonen protagonists and to determine whether or not Eren is evil. In a very established genre, shonen protagonists have a very similar tune when it comes to their archetype. They're loud, dim-witted, and they eat a lot. They tend to be characters that have happy-go-lucky personalities or are extremely kind. Moreover, they're driven by a haunting past. A past that ignited their drive to change their life by rising to the top or defeating the villain who caused it. The village who rejected Naruto due to his inner fox demon, or Tanjiro coming home to his dead family members. Yet, while these backstories did in fact elicit certain emotions out of me, none of them were quite able to make me feel as vividly present as in the case of Attack on Titan. Why is that? Well, rather than placing us in some future time after the tragic event has happened, or perhaps in a different location, instead we're given front row seats, personalizing the event, and thus enabling me, the viewer, to see and feel exactly what Eren went through when watching his mother get eaten. Powerless and insignificant. What I love about Attack on Titan is that it's not shackled by the classic tropes that make up shonen manga. Now, don't get me wrong, I love me some good shonen. Young boys duking out in a quest to become a badass, or a kick-ass tournament arc. What's not to love about that? However, while I do enjoy this content, it does indeed create a fixed formula for our protagonists. There's a bad guy, or group, or some form of a representation of an antagonist that stands against our main character. Individuals such as Deku, who goes up against the League of Villains, or Tanjiro against the organized demons come to mind. Attack on Titan, however, has been able to break this trend, blurring the line of what the main characters up against.
敵は何だと思う?
And as a result, challenging Eren's understanding of the world he lives in, from initially believing that Titans were his enemy.
Eren, どうしたの? Eren. Eren.
駆逐してやる。この世から一匹残らず。
To then come into the conclusion that all humans beyond the wall need to be eradicated.
今、エレンの声が。
俺の目的は、俺が生まれ育ったパラディ島の人々を守ることに。しかし世界はパラディ島の人々が死滅することを望み、この島のみならずその望みを拒む。壁の巨人はこの島の外にあるすべての地表を踏み鳴らす。そこにある命を。
Moreover, while most shonen lead characters start weak and unsure of themselves, they then go through a series of events that force them to grow, solidifying who they already were. Eren, however, has a different path. A path not laid before him. A path that he himself is carving out. From an angry and optimistic boy, but to a rageful and controlled man, willing to commit heinous acts for what he believes is the best for his people. In relation back to my original question, because we have a base on who the character is, Eren, it enables us to understand why he commits the atrocious deeds. It forces us to challenge our own morality and ask if in fact he is in the right. While I still do not know how his story ends, I swear to God, I will fight someone to spoil it for me. I'm enthralled to see where his character is going, as he has me by the edge of my seat whenever he is on screen. Depending on how the story goes, I can see him being out there with the likes of Thanos and Griffith from Berserk. Characters embracing who they are and willing to do anything for what they believe is true. And it's this acceptance of themselves, fully knowing that what they're doing is technically morally wrong, yet all the while believing it serves a greater purpose.
Its name is Bailet, or Egg of the King. He who possesses it shall conquer the world in exchange for his flesh and blood.
So, is Eren evil? Honestly, that's up to you and your own moral compass to decide. Hey guys, we're at Attack on Titan in right now. I just want to share my excitement with you all. Attack on Titan is a show that has many tricks and turns and has essentially made me question everything since episode 1. It's a show that I can go back and rewatch and pick up all the clues that the author had left before us, giving us all the pieces we needed to determine where the story would ultimately lead. Moreover, at least to me, Eren felt like a very generic protagonist. Someone I could just easily replace. But just as the author had left all these clues for where the story would lead, he did the same with Eren. Because I was born into this world. Man, what a phrase. Well, I might not know where Eren's story might end just yet, but I'll be tuning in every Sunday to find out. Are you? Alright, to the next one, guys. Bye.